Ever wondered if the words you use daily might be undermining your success? What if I told you that the way you communicate could shape your life in ways you've never imagined? The truth is, many of us are unknowingly communicating in ineffective ways, and we don't realize the profound impact this can have on our destiny. Picture waking up one day and realizing that the way you've been talking to yourself and others is the very reason your dreams seem just out of reach. It may sound extreme, but scientific studies reveal that words hold much more power than merely conveying information. They can directly influence how we perceive the world and how the world perceives us. The words you choose, even those spoken only in your thoughts, have the potential to shape your mindset, emotions, and actions. This means that if you constantly use language filled with defeat, fear, or uncertainty, it's likely that those emotions are driving your choices and shaping your path. On the flip side, words of affirmation, gratitude, and empowerment have the opposite effect. They don't just alter how you feel about yourself, but also form new neural connections that can transform your outlook on life. How you speak is actually a powerful tool to reprogram your brain, something most of us were never taught to use effectively. But what would happen if you started using the right words, consciously and strategically? The big truth is, most of us were taught to speak without giving much thought to the consequences of our word choices. We grow up with language patterns inherited from family, society, and our life experiences. Often, these patterns are limiting. If you feel stuck in your career or personal life, it might be time to rethink the way you're talking to yourself. The key to unlocking success may lie in the words you use every day. So, what would you do if you discovered that the only thing standing between you and your biggest dreams are the words you choose? This isn't just about motivational language, but a true science that you can start applying today to reshape your reality. The impact of our word choices goes far beyond casual conversations or social interactions. Few people realize that words directly influence our brains, emotions, and ultimately, our actions. When you use positive, constructive language, you're literally shaping your brain to seek and create positive outcomes. This idea isn't new, but it's gaining traction as science advances in studying neuroplasticity. Neuroscience has already shown that our words can either build or destroy. Negative words can increase stress levels, releasing hormones like cortisol, which, in excess, can impair your decision-making abilities. Conversely, positive, encouraging words help reduce stress and boost dopamine levels, making us feel happier and more confident. By changing your language, you can literally shift your brain chemistry and, in turn, your results. Now think about the impact this has on your daily life. How many times have you caught yourself saying something is hard or impossible? How often have you sabotaged yourself before even trying something new? These small, negative affirmations, often spoken without a second thought, create invisible barriers that hinder your progress. In contrast, when you start using words of encouragement and optimism, you're creating a mental environment that fosters success. Changing the way you communicate doesn't have to be dramatic or complicated. Small adjustments like replacing "I can't" with "I'll try" can make a substantial difference in how your brain processes challenges. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency, you'll start to see positive effects on your attitude and how you tackle life's obstacles. In short, the words you use are more than just communication tools. They are the foundation on which you build your reality. So start paying closer attention to your word choices, because they might be the difference between failure and success. 3 years ago, my life was far from what I had envisioned. I was stuck in a never-ending cycle of frustration, struggling to pay the bills and watching my dreams drift further away. No matter how hard I tried, success always seemed just out of reach. Perhaps you know that feeling, the constant struggle to achieve something that seems forever out of grasp. It was during this low point that something shifted, And it all began with the way I spoke to myself. I was reading a book on personal development when I came across an idea that seemed almost too simple to be true. The way we communicate internally can actually change our lives. I decided to test this theory by starting to replace my negative thoughts with words of affirmation and gratitude. At first, it felt like a pointless exercise, but over time, I began noticing small shifts in how I approached daily challenges. These small shifts soon became major transformations. In less than 6 months, I realized that my mindset had completely changed. I no longer saw obstacles as insurmountable barriers, but as growth opportunities. I started to feel more confident, optimistic, and most importantly, capable. And surprisingly, this internal shift quickly began to reflect in my external results. In just 18 months, I became a millionaire. The most amazing part of this journey was that it didn't involve any get-rich-quick schemes or magical tricks. The secret lay in how I communicated, not just with others, but most importantly with myself. The words I used daily to describe my reality and goals were the real game changer. And this is a lesson that anyone can apply to their own life. If I was able to transform my life in under 2 years, imagine what you could achieve by embracing the power of words. The process is simple, but the results can be profound. All you need to do is start paying attention to the words you're using and adjust your language to reflect the reality you want to create. It might sound like talking about the power of words is some kind of magic or even mystical, but in reality, it's pure science. What few people know is that our brain has an incredible ability to adapt and change throughout our lives. This is known as neuroplasticity, and it's this capacity that allows us to rewire our thought patterns, emotions, and even actions through the conscious repetition of certain words and affirmations. When you speak positive words like, "I am capable," or "I am grateful," you're actually strengthening certain neural pathways in your brain. Over time, these neural paths become increasingly strong, making it easier for you to think and act in alignment with these affirmations. This means that you can literally train your brain to focus on the good rather than getting stuck on the negative. Conversely, negative words have the opposite effect. When you say things like, "I can't," or "this is impossible," you're reinforcing neural pathways that limit your ability to take action. These words trigger a stress response in the brain, raising cortisol levels and making it harder for you to make good decisions and handle challenges. It's as if you're sabotaging your own success before you even start. But the good news is that this reprogramming is entirely reversible. With consistent practice of positive affirmations, you can start to change your brain's patterns to favor success, happiness, and gratitude. Neuroscience has already shown that it's possible to create new mental habits just by changing the way we communicate. So what seems like magic is actually a powerful science that anyone can use. And you can start now by adjusting the words you choose to use daily. The change begins with a simple decision to speak in a positive and constructive way. Now that we've discussed the power of words, it's time to reveal the 6 words that can completely change your life. I am so happy and grateful. At first glance, it might seem like a simple phrase, but it carries incredible power. This statement combines 3 fundamental elements that have a profound impact on our brain and reality: the affirmation of who you are, happiness, and gratitude. The first part, "I am," is one of the most powerful declarations you can make. When you say, "I am," you're affirming something about your identity, and this has an immediate effect on your subconscious. You're not saying, "I will be," or "I hope to be," but rather that you already are something right now, in the present. This helps the brain start acting in alignment with that affirmation as if it were already true. Next comes happiness. Science has proven that happiness isn't just a fleeting emotion, but a state of being that can attract more positives into your life. By declaring that you are happy, you're programming your brain to seek out more reasons to justify that happiness. It's like putting your brain in hunt mode to find the positive. Gratitude is the third key element of this phrase. When you are grateful for what you have, it creates a sense of abundance. And this sense of abundance, in turn, attracts more good things into your life. Numerous studies show that people who practice gratitude regularly have lower stress levels and are more successful in achieving their goals. Together, these 6 words have the power to transform your reality, but only if used consistently. Repeat this phrase several times a day, feel the truth in every word, and watch as your mindset and life begin to change for the better. 2 words, I am, may seem harmless or even trivial at first glance, but they carry extraordinary power. These words serve as a direct statement about who you are, and the effect they have on your mind is remarkable. By saying I am, you're not merely describing your current state, but making a powerful statement about your identity and reality. And what does this mean for your brain? It begins to accept this affirmation as a truth and works to align your thoughts and actions with this new reality. The human brain is naturally inclined to seek consistency between what we believe and how we behave. When you say I am, your subconscious starts looking for ways to validate that affirmation, adjusting your behavior, emotions, and even your physiology to match what was declared. If you constantly define yourself negatively, for example, I am incapable or I am unlucky, your brain creates a reality aligned with those beliefs, making it difficult to view the world optimistically or find solutions to your problems. On the other hand, when you affirm something positive like, I am successful or I am confident, your brain begins shaping your reality to align with this new vision. It's as if you're planting a seed that, with time and nurturing, will bloom into tangible actions and results. The more you repeat positive affirmations, the more your brain adapts to this new state of being. These words become a solid foundation upon which you build a new version of yourself. Moreover, the power of I am goes beyond what you say to yourself. It also influences how others perceive you. When you fully believe in what you're declaring, your body language, voice, and actions reflect this belief. People around you respond to the confidence and certainty you project. Therefore, by using I am with intention and clarity, you're not only transforming your mindset, but also impacting the environment around you. The impact of these 2 simple words is profound and transformative. Use them wisely with conviction, and you'll notice that you're shaping not just your thoughts, but also how the world interacts with you. This is the true essence of the power of words, transforming from the inside out. Happiness is much more than a fleeting emotion. It's a state of mind that can shape how you live and engage with the world. When you affirm that you are happy, you're creating a positive cycle in your brain, a loop that reinforces behaviors and thoughts that promote further happiness. Happiness isn't merely a response to external events, but something you can actively cultivate, and the first step to achieving it is to declare this emotion as a present reality. Scientific studies have shown that people who regularly affirm that they're happy are more likely to actually feel that way. This happens because our brain is always looking to justify our beliefs. When you say, I am happy, your brain starts finding evidence to support this statement. Even in challenging moments, it finds small reasons for you to maintain an optimistic and hopeful perspective. This is what makes happiness such a powerful tool in creating a positive reality. Furthermore, happiness has a ripple effect in other areas of your life. People who consider themselves happy tend to make better decisions, be more productive, and manage stress more effectively. This happens because happiness reduces the production of hormones like cortisol associated with stress and increases dopamine and serotonin, which promote well-being. In short, when you declare happiness, you're creating the perfect conditions for success in all areas of life. For this reason, The key to achieving this state of being isn't merely waiting for external events to make you happy, but actively affirming that you're already happy now. When you do this, you begin to notice the abundance around you and appreciate the small things that bring joy. This state of continuous gratitude and satisfaction opens doors to new opportunities as you're operating on a higher and more receptive mental level. Instead of waiting for happiness to arrive, claim it now. Affirm daily that you are happy and watch how this simple shift in language can transform your perspective and eventually your life. Happiness is a catalyst for a more positive and abundant reality, and it all starts with the words you choose to say. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate, and its impact goes far beyond just making you feel good. When you practice gratitude regularly, especially in your words and thoughts, you're creating a mental state that attracts even more things to be grateful for. This isn't just a spiritual belief, but a fact supported by science. Neuroscience shows that when we express gratitude, our brain enters a state of focus and receptivity that helps us see more opportunities and appreciate what we already have. When you say, "I am grateful," your brain begins to adjust, to view the world from an abundance perspective rather than scarcity. This means that instead of focusing on what's lacking in your life, you shift to appreciating what you already possess and the opportunities around you. This simple act of changing focus can transform your mindset, opening doors to new possibilities and removing the feeling of limitation and dissatisfaction. Gratitude also has a direct impact on your emotional and physical well-being. People who regularly practice gratitude experience fewer symptoms of depression, have lower stress levels, and feel more connected to others. This is because gratitude activates areas of the brain associated with happiness and pleasure, releasing neurotransmitters that promote feelings of well-being and satisfaction. Additionally, being in a state of gratitude reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, helping to maintain calm and balance in difficult situations. But the most interesting part about gratitude is that it doesn't just improve what we already have, but also helps us attract more positive things into our lives. By acknowledging and appreciating what we've already achieved, we send a clear message to the universe and to our brain that we're ready to receive even more. This creates a cycle of abundance, where gratitude fuels success and success fuels gratitude. Therefore, adopting an attitude of gratitude isn't just something to boost your mood. It's a real strategy for attracting abundance in all areas of life. Start incorporating "I am grateful" into your daily affirmations and watch as your perspective and circumstances begin to shift for the better. Reprogramming your brain might sound complicated, but in reality, it's a process that all of us can undertake. The most effective way to do this is through the repetition of positive words and thoughts. When you communicate affirmatively, you're creating new neural pathways in your brain. These pathways are like trails you walk frequently. The more you walk them, the more defined and easier to follow they become. And the more you affirm something positive, the more your brain works to turn those words into reality. One of the most powerful ways to reprogram your brain for success is through affirmations. When you repeat phrases like "I am capable," "I am successful," or "I am happy and grateful," your brain begins to accept these affirmations as truth. This happens because our brain can't distinguish between an imagined reality and objective reality. By repeating these phrases regularly, you're actually convincing your brain that you're already living this reality. This process, known as neuroplasticity, is the foundation for many therapies and self-help practices. It explains how words and thoughts can physically alter the brain's structure over time. The more you use words that promote success and well-being, the easier it becomes for your brain to adopt these patterns as the norm. This creates a positive ripple effect where your thoughts impact your emotions, which influence your actions, and these actions lead to desired outcomes. However, reprogramming the brain doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistency and patience. The key is to maintain a daily practice of affirmations, even when the results don't seem immediate. Remember, as with any learning process, repetition is essential for changes to really take root. So if you want to reprogram your brain for success, start with small daily actions. Use your words to affirm the reality you wish to create, and over time, you'll find your brain starting to act in alignment with these new guidelines. Success begins in the mind, and words are the first step in this transformative journey. Now that you understand the power of the phrase, "I am so happy and grateful," the next step is to incorporate it practically into your daily routine. Although the simplicity of this affirmation may be deceiving, its effectiveness depends on how and how often you use it. Repetition is the key to making these words an integral part of your mindset and, eventually, shaping your reality positively. The first step is to choose moments in the day when you can repeat this phrase mindfully. Right after waking up is an excellent time, as your mind is more receptive to suggestions and affirmations. Starting your day by declaring that you are happy and grateful sets the tone for the rest of the day, training your brain to look for reasons to uphold this affirmation. Repeating the phrase several times in the morning can help reinforce this positive mindset. Another important time to use this affirmation is before bed. What you think before sleeping often influences your dreams and mental state upon waking. By repeating, "I am so happy and grateful" before sleep, you're programming your subconscious to process this information overnight, potentially resulting in a greater sense of well-being and positivity in the morning. Additionally, the key to maximizing the power of this phrase is to use it during challenging moments. When you feel overwhelmed or stressed, pausing and repeating, "I am so happy and grateful" can help reset your mental and emotional state. This practice helps prevent you from falling into negative thought patterns and allows you to face challenges with a more positive and resilient mindset. Incorporating this affirmation into your daily life doesn't require major lifestyle changes, just consistency. The more you repeat the phrase, the more natural it becomes and the more impact it has on your life. Gradually, you'll notice your perspective shifting, making room for new opportunities and positive experiences. While the affirmation, "I am so happy and grateful," is a powerful foundation for anyone, there's an even more effective way to use this technique, personalizing it according to your own dreams and goals. The secret to creating truly impactful affirmations lies in tailoring these magical words to reflect your unique ambitions and needs. When you do this, your affirmations become much more focused, directing your brain's energy and attention exactly where you want to go. Start by identifying the most important areas of your life that need transformation. Do you want to improve your financial life? Perhaps your personal relationships or health need attention. Whatever the area, your first task is to recognize which priorities need focus. Once identified, you can use the structure of "I am so happy and grateful" as a base, adding specific details that align with your goals. For example, "I'm so happy and grateful to be earning X amount monthly," or "I am so happy and grateful to be in perfect health." This personalization makes the affirmation more meaningful to you. By making it specific and relevant, you create a stronger emotional connection to the phrase, which enhances its effectiveness. Additionally, the more detailed your affirmation, the easier it is for your brain to work toward that goal. By focusing on clear and tangible goals, your brain starts aligning your actions and behaviors to make that affirmation a reality. Another important factor is the daily repetition of these personalized affirmations. The more you practice, the more your brain becomes conditioned to believe what you're affirming. This continuous repetition helps establish new thought patterns that favor the achievement of your goals. Remember that consistency is key. Even if the results don't appear right away, keep repeating your personalized affirmations until they manifest in your life. Finally, Remember to keep your affirmations in the present tense and loaded with emotion. Phrases like, "I am so happy and grateful now that I'm living my dream," have a much more powerful impact than vague or future-focused expressions. Feel the emotion of these words as you say them, and you'll see how this simple practice can transform your beliefs and eventually your reality. Affirmations are more than just positive words thrown into the air. They can be an extremely effective tool for reaching specific, concrete goals in your life, provided they're formulated correctly. To do this, it's essential that your affirmations align directly with your objectives, whether professional, financial, or personal. The key is to be as specific as possible when creating your statements, so your brain understands exactly what you want. For example, instead of saying, "I am so happy and grateful to be successful," a more effective approach might be, "I am so happy and grateful now that my business generates X amount per month." This gives your mind a clear target to work towards. The more specific your affirmation is, the better your brain can process it as a tangible goal. Remember, by defining your goals this way, you're giving your subconscious a map to follow. Another advantage of specific affirmations is that they help you avoid the trap of vague goals. When your affirmations are generic, your brain struggles to know exactly what you want or how to get there. In contrast, when you declare a specific goal, your brain starts noticing opportunities and solutions that were previously outside your awareness. This happens because our minds are naturally focused on solving problems and reaching clear objectives. To ensure your affirmations are effective, it's also essential to include them in a visualization routine. Imagine, with as much detail as possible, what your life will look like once that goal is achieved. Feel the emotions, see the colors, and imagine the physical sensations. This visualization not only reinforces your belief, but also creates a deeper emotional connection to your goal, helping to keep your motivation high over time. In summary, powerful affirmations are those directly tied to concrete goals. Be clear, specific, and emotional in your statements, and you'll see how this practice can accelerate the process of achieving your dreams. Transformation doesn't come just from repeating words, but from repeating the right words, focused on the right goals. Many people start using affirmations, but give up quickly when they don't see immediate results. The truth is that, like any effective practice, affirmations require time, consistency, and the use of a few essential techniques to truly work. If you've ever tried saying something positive but felt it didn't work, you may have been missing a crucial ingredient in the process. Let's explore what's needed to ensure your affirmations have the desired impact. The first rule for your affirmations to work is consistency. Saying something once in a while randomly isn't enough. Your brain needs repetition to internalize new beliefs and thought patterns. Think of it as mental training. Just as your muscles need repetition to grow stronger, your brain also needs to hear and feel these affirmations repeatedly to form new neural pathways. So establish a daily practice and set specific times to repeat your affirmations, preferably in the morning and before bed. The second rule is emotion. Simply saying the words isn't enough. You need to feel what you're affirming. When you repeat your affirmations with emotion, you're engaging deeper areas of your brain responsible for your emotions and motivations. If you say, "I am successful," but don't feel the joy, pride, or satisfaction that this phrase should evoke, the impact will be minimal. Feel the words deeply, imagine yourself living that reality, and notice the emotions it stirs within you. Another essential factor is belief. For your affirmations to work, you need to believe in them, or at least believe that they're possible. Affirmations that seem impossible or completely out of reach can be counterproductive, creating more frustration than motivation. So, start with affirmations that you can actually believe in. As you achieve small victories and your confidence grows, you can adjust your affirmations for bigger goals. Finally, visualization is a powerful tool to complement your affirmations. When you visualize your goals and dreams in detail, you're mentally reinforcing the reality you want to create. Use your affirmations as part of a visualization routine where you not only repeat the words, but also see and feel what you're affirming. This combination strengthens the neural connections and accelerates the process of manifesting your goals. By following these rules, consistency, emotion, belief, and visualization, you'll ensure that your affirmations become a transformative and effective practice, bringing real results to your life. One of the most powerful secrets to making your affirmations work is adding sensory details to your statements. When you include sights, sounds, and physical sensations in your affirmations, you're creating a complete experience for your brain, making it feel much more real. Remember, the brain doesn't differentiate well between what's vividly imagined and what's real. So, the more you can make your affirmations detailed and sensory, the more your brain will accept these new realities as true. Let's use an example. Instead of simply stating, "I am so happy and grateful for my new car," you can add details like, "I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm driving my new car. I can feel the leather steering wheel in my hands, smell the new car scent, and hear the soft hum of the engine as I accelerate." These details help your brain visualize and feel the experience much more vividly, increasing the impact of the affirmation. This sensory practice activates parts of your brain responsible for emotion and memory, making the experience more engaging. When you repeat your affirmations with these details, you're creating a mental image that feels more real, prompting your brain to work more effectively to make this vision a reality. Details like textures, sounds, and even physical sensations can make your affirmations much more powerful and quick to manifest. Furthermore, adding physical sensations to your affirmations also creates a stronger emotional connection. Feeling the joy of achievement as you visualize the scene is a way of telling your brain that this goal is already part of your reality. This makes the practice of affirmations much more effective as your brain starts to accept the idea that what you affirm is not just a future possibility, but something already happening. So when creating your affirmations, don't hesitate to add as many sensory details as possible. Visualize yourself in the moment, feel the emotions, and notice the details around you. By making your affirmations more sensory, you'll be accelerating the transformation process and helping your brain embrace this new reality much more easily. The words you choose to use daily are, indeed, a powerful tool for transformation. When you understand the impact they have on your mind, body, and actions, you realize that the conscious use of language can quite literally change your life. This isn't a new concept. It's something science has repeatedly proven. Words hold the power to shape our reality. The question is, are you using your words wisely to create the life you desire? Every word you say, whether out loud or in thought, sends a message to your brain about how it should perceive the world around you. If you're constantly putting yourself down or saying something is impossible, your brain begins to accept these statements as truth and acts accordingly. On the other hand, if you use words that reflect confidence, gratitude, and optimism, your brain adapts to this new pattern, creating a mindset that favors success and achievement. The most important thing to remember is that you have control over the words you use. Inner dialogue is a choice, and how you speak to yourself can be shaped and transformed at any moment. Start paying attention to your words and make a conscious effort to change the narrative. If you catch yourself saying something negative, stop and rephrase it in a more positive way. Over time, this practice will become natural and your mindset will begin to shift significantly. Moreover, use your words to set clear goals and dreams. Powerful affirmations, filled with emotion and intention, not only inspire, but also activate mechanisms in your brain that help turn those goals into reality. The more specific and emotionally engaging your language is, the more powerful the effect these words will have on your life. Finally, remember that transformation begins from within. Your words are the key to opening doors that once seemed closed. Use them wisely and thoughtfully, and you'll find they have the power to create the life of your dreams.